Okay, so now we're going to start filling ourselves in with color. The first thing that you can do is your hair and your skin tone. Your hair and your skin tone can be the same color throughout all 4 squares. So the first thing, let's say I want to do the skin tone. And I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to take my paint bucket. And I'm going to click on the face, making sure I'm on the right layer. Now, what happened? It all went through to my hair, went through to the jacket. And what we need to do is we need to find where it's open and we need to close it up. Okay, so I'm going to undo this. And I know that it went up into the hair somewhere. So I'm going to zoom in, and I think I see the opening right here. I'm going to flip my color. Okay, just clicking those little arrows flips your color. And now I'm going to change my white to black. And I'm going to go back to my brush. This is how we added the detail. It's the same thing, but now we're just going to try to close things up. So I'm going to draw a line right here, like so, and I'm also going to draw a line right here. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to go flip my color back, go back to my paint bucket, and I'm going to try to click in the same spot and see if it goes up into the hair. It didn't. Okay, I closed it out. So I closed the opening. But now I need to go and I need to say, okay, I'm okay with it going into the hands because the hands is the same color. But it also went into the lips. The lips are not that color. And it went into the sweatshirt. So Apple Z to undo. Make sure you write that down. Apple Z helps you undo because you'll be doing that a lot. And now I want to try to find where the opening is. So I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to go back to my pencil, go back to black, and I can make my brush size a little bit bigger just so you guys can see. And I'm going to start to close up right underneath here. And I'm going to look over here, and I know that the lips, there was an opening over here with the lips, so I'm going to try to close that up. I see that opening. If you're uncomfortable just drawing, you could take your backup layer. That's why we didn't get rid of our backup layer. Drag it up on top. Take your opacity of your threshold layer and bring it down, and you're just tracing again. Okay? So my picture moved a little bit, so my image is off. So I can move it back just to try to, there we go. And then that way it will help you trace. I'm just going to keep it up. I'm just going to freehand it. Go back to my pencil. I'm closing in where the hand meets the sweatshirt. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to try going back to my color, and I'm going to try it again. Okay, so it's still leaking somewhere. I have to find out where. So I'm going to try working on this arm right here. Where is the leak? So I have to zoom in, and I'm going to Apple Z undo my color because we're not keeping it colored right now. We're just trying to find all the holes. Because once we find all the holes in this one picture, this one threshold of ourselves, we know that this is now good, and we can then duplicate it 3 more times to fill in, okay? Because we don't want to duplicate ourselves before we fix the holes. So we fix all the holes, and then we'll duplicate. All right, so sometimes it might just be good, if you can't find the hole, it might be good just to take your brush and just kind of undo that, because I was drawing with the skin tone color. Make sure you flip to black. And just for this purpose, for this video, I'm going to make my brush size a little bit bigger. Again, I wouldn't probably keep it this big if I was doing it for real, but I want you to see what I'm doing here. I'm going around, closing that up. Let me zoom out just to kind of see where I'm at again. Okay, I'm going to flip my colors using the little arrows, paint my paint bucket, and I'm going to click in. So it was around the sleeves. I just wasn't getting it, so I had to do it a couple of times. All right, so now that color is staying in where I want it to stay in. So I know that that's okay. Now, let me undo that. And then let's say I want to try my hair. So I'm going to flip these colors and I'm going to change it to like a yellow and hit OK. Go to my paint bucket and I'm clicking in my hair. Did it go anywhere besides my hair? What's right over here? That looks like my hair. Let's see. Nope, that's part of the sweatshirt. So now, and see what I did to check that? I took the eye off and then put it back on. So right here, that's part of the sweatshirt. So I'm going to undo the hair. I'm going to go to my pencil. I need to go back to my black. All I'm going to do is just close that spot up right there. And hopefully that will do it. Go back to a yellow. Go to my paint bucket. Click inside the white. And now it's filled in just in the hair. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. So I've tested the hair, I've tested the face, the skin. Now let's test this sweatshirt. Let's choose. Okay, so the sweatshirt, if my background is red, the complementary color of red is what? Green. So I'm going to choose a green. So my clothes now have to be green. If I'm wearing something that's layered, so this is a sweatshirt and then there's a shirt behind, I'm going to choose different shades of green to fill it in. Okay, so different shades of one color is called what? Begins with an M. Monochromatic. Good. Okay, so that spot worked. That was good. Undo it. Staying in the sweatshirt, undoing that. Staying in the sweatshirt, undoing that. It went all up in here, but look, this is a different shirt. So this shirt needs to be a different color green. So I have to undo that, go back to my pencil, go back to black, okay, zoom in, and here's the opening. So all I'm going to do is going to close it up. Okay, and let's try that again. Whoops. Okay, it stayed within. Now, I want to show you something. By accident, if you click on the black, look what will happen. I do not want to see that. We're coloring in the white only. All right, so let's find any holes that we have in our image.